I'm Timothy Rubb, the George E. Widener Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Philadelphia Museum of Art. Okay. The Philadelphia Museum of Art is one of the oldest and largest of America's art museums. It was founded in 1876 on the occasion of the 100th anniversary of the founding of this country. And today it's a collection that houses over 250,000 objects. We don't cover the world in our collection, but rather focus on European art, American art, and Asian art from 800 to more or less the present. And we have extraordinary holdings in many different fields, including early modern art. As I said a moment ago, we have extraordinary holdings of European and American and Asian art, and within those, one of the greatest strengths of the collection is our holdings of early modern art, the art of the early 20th century. We were fortunate about 50, 60 years ago to receive some major gifts of works from this period, which included holdings of artists such as Pablo Picasso and Georges Braque, Henri Matisse, Marc Chagall, Brancusi. We have the largest collection of Brancusi's work outside of Paris, and most notably, the work of the great innovator Marcel Duchamp. Well, if a museum like Philadelphia has such a wonderful collection, the question is how you share that with the public. Of course, people can come to visit Philadelphia to see our collection, including the works we have by Duchamp, but not many people from across the world can. So during the past several years, I've encouraged a conversation within the museum about how we can share our collections more broadly with audiences, not simply here in Philadelphia or even across the United States, but also with audiences around the world. Now, partly you can do that by digitizing your collection and making it available online, but as you know, there's no substitute for seeing an original work of art itself. And so we've developed a number of traveling exhibitions that we've sent to different parts of the world that highlight important parts of our collection. One of the most important things in that regard, as I began to think about this question, was what we do with the work of Marcel Duchamp. As I mentioned a moment ago, we have the largest collection of Duchamp's work in the world, and so we are uniquely capable of creating an exhibition that explores his life, his career, certain aspects of his work. And so it's an obvious thing to do is to think about how we can tour or send out an exhibition of Duchamp's work to audiences elsewhere. What's more, as I traveled in East Asia over the past decade to places like Seoul, Tokyo, Beijing, and even down to Australia, I heard time and again from scholars and especially from artists that one of the most influential artists in their own career has been Marcel Duchamp. And so it makes sense to bring Duchamp's work to a part of the world where interest in him and his work and the importance of his legacy is truly significant.